G'day! In today's video I'm having a brief talk about the MSI Sword 15. The particular model I've got in question is the A11UE, which has an Intel i7 11800H, 16GB of RAM, RTX 3060 6GB model, and this particular one now I've owned for 2 weeks. I do have a full review in the works, but currently haven't had time to produce all of that, so this will hopefully tide you over for the meantime. Now this one I've found portability of it perfectly fine, perfectly similar to an Acer Nitro 5 or the earlier MSI GF65s. So the weight of it, pretty comparable to others. Size of it, pretty comparable. I found the screen overall very comparable with those other ones in that same price range. I believe this one is 144Hz, where I'm used to 120Hz. Can't really tell the difference with the eye. And the keyboard itself is not RGB, it only lights up red, similar to earlier, more cheaper MSI models. And I've also found the keyboard to be slightly more spongier compared to the earlier MSI models. I kind of see it's more similar to the Nitro 5 style of keyboard, if you're used to that kind of tactile feel. The speakers on it I haven't really utilised, as I've been using Bluetooth headphones on there, so I can't really comment on them. Same with the webcam at this point in time. It does also have Wi-Fi 6, so internet connection's been perfectly fine. Expansion wise, I found that it's got 2 NVMe slots on there, one will already be occupied. Another thing I did find is there's also a 2.5 inch hard drive bay in there, similar to a Nitro 5. Yet I found that that particular specification wasn't listed on the MSI website. So it does have a 2.5 inch drive, which I will show in the overall full review. Gaming performance of this has been extremely good. Pretty much everything I've been playing at 1080 resolution. I've been mainly playing Battlefield 1 at this point in time. Everything's just set to high and ultra, and typically over 100 to 120 FPS, so taking advantage of the 144Hz panel to a point. Then also playing stuff like Counter-Strike Global Offensive, I found that to be very good. Also Apex Legends, which I've done a video benchmark review on that one. That one plays extremely well, pretty much sitting over 140, 150 FPS the whole game. So gaming performance is right there. The biggest thing that I found a lot of inconsistencies with though is the battery life. Typically my battery life test is usually stick the brightness on low, enable the various the battery saving mode in the MSI software, and from there I would load up YouTube, load up a log file video and have that playing for as long as it can until the battery goes flat. Issue that I've had though, one time I've done that, it came back as an hour. The second time I've done that, it came back as 4 hours. The third time I've done that, I deliberately set the battery saving setting, restarted the laptop so it was definitely in that mode, and then run the same test on the same video, same everything else, and I got 3 hours. So I find that the battery life, getting an actual decent battery out of this, seems to be a challenge, which it should not be the case. Also done a BIOS upgrade on that as well. That was extremely straightforward, and that has really made no difference on the battery life of this device. So if you're after something for straight raw power, it's going to be pretty decent at that, but if you're looking for something to get battery, you're going to have to tweak it. It seems really odd. It shouldn't be something that's as difficult as it is. This is just using the stock out of the box version of Windows 10 that came with it. I haven't tweaked it, haven't reinstalled it, so I'm not sure. As the end consumer, you shouldn't have to do that. So I'm not too sure what's going on there with the battery life. The I/O on it and the cooling, I/O's been perfectly fine. Cooling on it, I actually don't mind the cooling on it. It is a bit odd at the back where the vents are, as there's a very weird pattern there with not much plastic, fairly exposed aluminium fins there, so I could see that potentially for being damaged. The overall appearance of it looks fairly cheap, I find, especially being this one was around $2,000 Australian, so it was a pretty pricey laptop. And the overall appearance of it looks the same as a $1,000 Acer Nitro 5, which at a quick glance, you'd almost think they're nearly the same machine. So, price-wise and the appearance, definitely the money didn't go towards the overall appearance of this machine. Anyway, there's a bit of my rambling thoughts on the MSI Sword 15. I hope this helps you with your purchase, and keep an eye out, I will be having a full review in the works, hopefully within the next week. I'll catch you later. Bye.